Here's how we spent our first 2 days in Hoi An. From the beautiful Lantern Festival to markets, historical sites, egg coffee.
I like it.
Yeah.
I don't think I would have it every day, but yeah, it's good.
A live show, and a lot of cool cafes. There are definitely plenty of fun things to see and do here in Hoi An, the ancient city. So let's begin.
Where you come from?
Australia.
Good day, mate.
Yeah, it's a good accent.
Hoi An is like stepping back in time. This ancient city was once a huge international trading port starting in the 15th century, and its history really shows itself through its architecture. You can't help but stop and admire all the alleyways, ancient houses, coffee shops, and of course lanterns. But just don't stop in the middle of the road. Even though this is a car-free zone, you still need to watch out for a few things besides the massive crowds, bicycles, and a lot of rickshaws. These modes of transportations are everywhere in the walking area, so still look both ways when crossing the street.
여기 쇼핑거리인가 봐. 아마 여기 빨간 거 오피스 네 스타일인데.
When you got your shirt, she slapped you on the bum and said, European, good body.
Fighting and she was like, good body. And my mom, I was like, I don't mind, she's a lady. Like, movie verse from boy, but still.
Good slap in the bum, nice.
Now, there are no shopping centers in Hoi An, but if you're a shopaholic, then you're definitely in the right place. There are so many streets that sell souvenirs, clothing, paintings, custom shoes, handmade crafts, and even high-end tailors who can make a dress or a suit in a matter of days. It's a good middle ground between cheap and high-end. Because of all the unique clothing shops, it took us an hour to walk down one street. My wife just had to see them all.
Bought so many clothes, it's only been 10 minutes.
After all that extreme fun of shopping, we needed a pick-me-up, and there is a well-known Vietnamese coffee that we really wanted to try.
It's super pretty. It's too pretty for me. So this is egg coffee with coconut milk instead of sugar or honey.
This egg, coconut syrup, brown sugar, and double shot of espresso.
That's a strong coffee.
I think it will be very strong.
I got a mustache on it. Yeah, this is really sweet. It tastes more coconut than egg. It's different, I'll give you that, definitely different. I like it.
Yeah.
I don't think I would have it every day, but yeah, it's good.
Actually, you have to stir it. It's like so much coffee now. We didn't stir it again. You need to stir
No,
things.
you didn't stir it. I stir it and drink it. And
See?
you know.
It's actually really good. It's actually better than before.
Yeah?
Yeah, before it was just sweet. Now it's coffee with the sweet.
Alright, let me try. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's so much better.
We keep forgetting stirring things.
Yeah, it's a lot better. I can really taste the coffee now. Kind of like a milkshake coffee. It's delicious. The coffee's quite strong. There's 2 shots, so you could probably share one.
là lúc dắt đó là
Kevin, this is for you.
Now tonight is the Lantern Festival, which is a monthly event that celebrates the full moon. It's really a magical thing to see, and if you can, try to visit Hoi An at this time. One highlight is to take a sampan ride. Now you can easily buy a ticket at these designated spots, which are all along the river. And there's also an option for a bigger boat if you have a huge group or you just want to impress your partner. Keep in mind there is no set price for the bigger boats.
Love dogs.
They're like a team, eh?
Yeah. Smally and Biggie.
And now he hand sanitize.
As the sun goes down, you can really start to see why Hoi An is a popular city to visit, because at night, all the fluorescent lights are turned off for the festival. That's when the city really starts to come alive, and possibly be the most romantic thing I've ever seen.
When you come to Hoi An, make sure you have some cash and not just like big notes, like some loose change, smaller notes, because most places we've been to so far, it's only cash only.
There is really no words to express how amazing this experience was. Just walking around the city as it glowed in the night was the best part of the day, and also watching people squeeze under this bridge during the romantic boat ride. Now after all that romance, it was time to eat, and there is a huge street food marketplace right next to the bridge.
I'm kind of sweaty.
The ultimate tourist.
Yeah.
Proud of you.
Cheers. First time crab in Vietnam.
Crabdelicious? Yeah, okay, so my wife doesn't really like seafood, but she tries, and
Ah.
that's the main thing. So we got crab because we've never tried it before. It reminds me of like crispy anchovies. when you get that nasi lemak and you have the crispy anchovies, it actually reminds me of that a lot. Super crispy and like really sweet. Like really sweet.
Where you come from?
Australia.
G'day, mate.
Yeah, it's a good accent.
Now there is definitely a lot of great food and variety in this market. You can grab a simple banana pancakes with chocolate sauce and fresh coconut, or even try some grilled frog for the first time. No matter what you have, it's always affordable, tasty, and sometimes fun.
Okay, so we just got some frog. Had it once before and in KL, but I haven't had it Vietnamese style, so I'm just curious what it tastes like. It's got that like charcoal taste. It's like really good. I feel like in KL it's super spicy, but this is more just a light like sauce on it. It's kind of refreshing. Yeah, it's really nice. And of course, it tastes like chicken. You go try it. There you go. First time eating frog.
Okay, I guess I have a like. Chicken.
Yeah, right.
Are you sure they didn't swap for the chicken? We got really proud.
No, it's pretty obvious.
Take off shoes? No, it's okay.
Now here is a quick look at where we stayed for the weekend. The location is about a 15-minute drive to the main area of Hoi An. Personally, I think it's better to stay in a local neighborhood rather than the main area because it's very quiet at night and you get a decent night's sleep.
Yeah, in Australia.
Okay, yes. I'm Kim. Nice to meet you.
Our host was absolutely amazing. She even wrote a welcoming note on arrival. Breakfast is included and they also provide bicycles, which is perfect for our next stop.
A friend.
Let's do this.
Yeah, it's very long. How much is it?
20. Okay, we got 20.
Yeah, nice, we got it.
Money, we forgot. Thank you. Oh, sorry.
Write the number.
Okay, yeah.
Nice.
Over there. Yeah, it's a really cool system. You pay what, 10,000 dong per bike and they look after it and they write a number on there. Pick up your bike, no one steals it, it's cool.
Yeah, awesome.
Now this is the main entrance to the beach in Hoi An, and it does seem crowded with the armchairs taking up most of the space. But this coastline runs all the way down to the next city of Da Nang, so you could just keep walking along until you find your own space. Since we're staying in Da Nang, we just wanted to have a quick look at this beach, and it's definitely more touristy, but it's still very nice.
You can comb your hair. Nice, comb and a mirror. I know, I didn't expect it. Your favorite coffee?
It's the best in Vietnam, salt coffee.
Every cafe, there's like a cafe every 2 buildings or something, and there's always beautiful inside, and yeah, I think you could just sit all day drinking coffee.
We can't really get to the museum because we are always stopping in
Yeah.
cafe.
So today, we plan to see some historical sites and try not to sit at cafes all day. One of the most famous sites in Hoi An is the Japanese Bridge. This iconic bridge was built by the Japanese merchants in the 1590s, and you'll also see it on the Vietnamese 20,000 dong note. Now the pagoda inside is dedicated to the Emperor of the North, a powerful god who can control all the elements.
Right now, we are number 101, Old Town of Tanki.
Nice.
Now during our tour in one of the ancient houses, we learned that every year in Hoi An, there are massive floods that almost sink the city. It's quite astonishing that most houses' first floor will be completely underwater every year. This is why the pagoda in the Japanese bridge is important, because the god of the north provides moral support for the locals.
The ceiling above the lantern there. That ceiling curve like the back of the turtle. The turtle symbolize longevity, and that's in Chinese style. Vietnamese architecture on the roof, yin and yang like that, but you can't see from here.
Now, to enter these historical sites, you need a ticket, even for the Japanese bridge. We actually didn't know this ourselves, and no one checked if we had tickets because the bridge was so crowded all the time. But there is a ticket booth right next to the bridge. This will give you access to 5 sites in Hoi An, and firstly, we were recommended to see the live show. Did you hear that?
Total and Tonic, performed by our dancer.
So this show is only on 2 times per day, and for about half an hour, you will see a variety of different performances. The performances were interesting, and I like that you could possibly win a prize at the end. If you do come to this show, get here 20 minutes early to avoid missing out. So after seeing a few historical sites, we had a quick bite to eat at this cool looking cafe and then made our way to our next stop. This museum displays the daily lives of various Vietnamese ethnic groups through stunning photography. The photographer's journey in Vietnam is an incredible one, visiting over 50 different Vietnamese ethnic groups all over Vietnam. Behind every photo he took is a story to be told, and you can read it all here. It really gives you a deeper appreciation for Vietnamese culture, and it actually made me want to explore more of Vietnam. So if you do have time, definitely stop by here.
Cute, like crazy cute.
Yeah. They're amazing photos.
Awesome. Aw.
Wow.
So show me which one we want.
Where's the other one?
Two inside.
Inside. I got this one and the buffalo.
Finally. One book.
Now we did try our best not to sit at a cafe all day, but this place was on our list. Reaching Out Cafe is an amazing place that supports a local Vietnamese deaf community while also giving employment opportunities for those with disabilities. You can get some great local teas, coffee, and house-made sweets. Now my wife is a Czech sign language interpreter, so she loves to see these cafes or projects helping the local deaf community. And even though sign language isn't international, the amazing barista still took the time to teach her how to sign Hoi An and Vietnam in Vietnamese Sign Language.
Vietnam, Hoi An.
Here are a few tips that may help you when you visit Hoi An. If you do purchase the historical site ticket, remember you can only choose 5 places. So if you only have one day in Hoi An, definitely try to start in the morning because we left it too late and we didn't get to use all 5 tickets, but you can also use it the next day. If you're going to join in the festival activities, then make sure you have small change. Buying a lantern to place it in the water or taking a photo in front of these Instagram lantern spots usually costs around 10,000 dong, and most of the times they don't have change for the bigger notes. I also should mention that if you don't make it for the Lantern Festival, they still have boat rides and all other lantern activities almost every night. As I mentioned before, we actually are staying in Da Nang, and to get to Hoi An or vice versa, you can easily book a Grab taxi last minute, and it's about a 30-minute drive. So you could stay in one place for a week and do a day trip to the other without carrying all your stuff. We had such an amazing time in Hoi An, and I wish we had a few extra days. I hope this video has helped you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.